AskReddit by Redmond Dts. What's the brokest thing you've ever done? Asked a homeless man for money after he asked me for money. When I was 10-11 we were so poor the utility companies cut off our power and water. We had to rig the meter at night so we can do chores. I was holding the water pipe outside so it won't leak. It was freezing. The neighbor saw me. There's that time mom owed so much to her ugly gay friend and was hiding from him. He went to our house and took me until she paid him. Police was involved. 2 worst nights of my life. I'm sorry you had to go through such experiences at a young age. I hope you are doing good now. Had my card declined for an $8 Chipotle bowl this year. Oh god, that's so embarrassing. I'm sorry. Went to McDonald's. Dumpster dove and pulled out some still warm hamburgers. They throw perfectly good food out if it has sat on the shelf for more than 15 minutes. They will fill contractor bags completely up with burgers, filet-o-fish, nuggets, and chicken sammies. If you're homeless and hungry it's a godsend. Honestly I'd rather steal than pay for something all in nickels again. Change them at the bank first. Hot glued my sneakers back together. Use a shoelace as a belt. Yeah, I've stapled shoes. During the first COVID lockdown in the UK I ordered pizza to treat myself. Looking back at it now I didn't even deserve a treat. Few days later I checked my bank account and I didn't have a penny to buy myself groceries unless I wanted to miss my bills. I went into the bin where the pizza box was and took the crusts and ate them because I was so hungry. They weren't dirty as they were in a dry box but I still feel disgusted. Don't say you don't deserve a treat. I'm sure you felt like you needed it at the moment and you only beat yourself up now because of the situation. I once stole packets of ketchup from a fast food place and used them as spaghetti sauce. Had a big unexpected medical expense. Despite having a well-paying job and insurance, it messed me up pretty bad. At the toughest part, I needed food after emptying my cabinets and needed gas to commute to work. Next paycheck was still a few days away. I went to a gas station and spent the last $10 in my debit account on food, ramen, carbs, calories, etc. and the last $10 in my credit card limit on the gas. I bounced back and rebuilt, but this is the US and even if you're responsible with your finances, those healthcare bombs can wreck you. Using a check I know would bounce to buy food. But knowing I could only do it once so I bought things that would feed me for a long time. Mostly potatoes, rice and dried bread. I ate boiled potatoes with bread for a long time. Also I didn't have salt. When I was young I went down to the local college where one of the toilet paper holders were broken. Used to pull out the giant roll, throw it in my bag and head home. Siphon someone else's gas log. I used to go out at 3 or 4 AM to look for money that drunk people had dropped on the streets. Desperate to see my therapist 30 miles away and couldn't afford a bus. Stole a car double parked outside a pawn shop that after jumping in I could see had already been hot-wired and already stolen. Went behind a gas station and dug through piles of tires to find some that had better tread than what mine had and put them on instead. Duct taped my shoes back together to get a couple more weeks out of them. Stole toilet paper from a public restroom. Ate sliced bread with tons of oxygen. Basically lived off company's free breakfast. Cereals and fruit were my breakfast, lunch and dinner as a working student. Put a paper plate in the sink to be washed. Was at a friend's house for Dungeons and Dragons, and we had some BBQ beforehand. Getting cleaned up and I, on reflex, put my paper plate in the sink. Later that night, my friend noticed and says, "Which of you broke mother duckers put this in the sink?" It was me. I was the broke mother ducker. Running out of gas in a 1961 Common Gear. Momentum carried me over the hill, and gravity got me to the station, where I bummed 50 cents worth of gas from a guy who was filling up. Thank you, kind stranger. His 50 cents bought me a gallon of gas, so you know this happened a while back. Paying for a small bread bun with pennies. Had to go through my entire house to find the 20 pennies. Ran out of toilet paper and couldn't afford to go to the store to buy more, so had to wipe my ass with these Clorox wipes that my roommate had left in the bathroom closet. Ran out of bread. Made a sandwich using Pop-Tarts and bologna. I had to repair something that cost 25 cents because I couldn't budget for a new one. Writing a genuine, but poor, review about a product just so I could get a refund. I kept duct taping a binder so it wouldn't fall apart. It was at a point where it was 90% duct taped before a friend offered to buy me a new binder because it costed $1 or $2 at the bookstore in school. I used to buy the cheapest loaf of bread in the shop and the cheapest baked beans and lived off this each week when I was 18 and living in a pretty damp bedsit. Picking the stumps out of an ashtray to roll another cigarette. Probably collecting aluminum cans to take to the recycler, and then using the change to put gas in my car so I could get to work. Slept in my car and had to pee outside of it when I was searching for an apartment in a different city and couldn't afford a hotel with first and last month's rent. Showered at gym where they had a free week and got ready there. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. Have a nice evening. Kitos.